Now we're live. Yay! Okay, welcome to the Write That Down podcast. I'm your host, Arabella.
And I'm your other host, Emily.
And welcome to the first episode of Write That Down. This is going to be our new lifestyle and bookish podcast. We will be having episodes every week.
Yeah, Wednesdays.
Yeah, every Wednesday. Since you'll be hearing this on January 1st, today we're going to talk about like some of our least favorite and favorite books from 2024, and then also some of our reading goals and that kind of thing.
For the new year. Well, Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It's 2025 when you're seeing
2025.
this.
It's not right now.
It's not right now, but it will be like literally before you know it.
Literally before you know it, it'll be the new year. And do you have any New Year's plans?
At the moment, no. I honestly am not a big fan of New Year's.
I don't really get it. It's like the partying. I don't really get it. Honestly.
Like, why are we celebrating another year of life?
We're just, now we have a reason to celebrate.
Oh, yeah, because we have the Write That Down podcast.
Because we have the Write That Down podcast.
Of course.
Well, obviously. Beforehand, there was really nothing to be celebrated.
Yeah, I feel like I have some bad memories that surround New Year's. I'm not sure why. I just feel like I always was like not happy on that day for some reason.
I mean, just another year of misery, probably. I'm not saying for you necessarily, but like.
Oh, it was.
Well, of course. Call it what it is.
Yeah. I'm honestly not a big like holiday itself person. I like a holiday season.
Yeah.
A holiday day.
I love a season.
I love a season. For me, like when it's the day, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever it may be, New Year's, I'm miserable.
Oh, it's not a holiday unless Emily is crying.
Oh, it's not a holiday. It's not a birthday.
No. Oh my God, I did cry on my birthday.
Well, it's a necessity at this point. Like if you didn't cry, it wasn't your birthday. Yeah,
exactly.
So, I don't have plans. Honestly, I'm gonna try to. I don't know. I feel like I'll end up doing something, but ideally, I would just like be at home reading, pretending it's not New Year's Eve. Just
pretending it's another. I'm not sure what day it lands on, but
it'll be on a Tuesday.
Oh my God.
It'll be on a Tuesday.
No, Wednesday.
No, because New Year's Day is a Wednesday.
Right. Sorry. There's a lot going on right now.
Oh, there's a lot going on right now.
But you're just gonna.
I'm just gonna do whatever gets me through the day.
Honestly.
To be honest with you, I don't have plans right now. Do you have plans?
It's a Tuesday?
It's a Tuesday.
I will be working.
Oh, you'll be working.
I'll be working.
Out at midnight?
Well. No, but I will be working until about...
You'll be working on New Year's Eve day?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's a Tuesday, and I do work on Tuesdays. So I'll be working until probably 4:35.
Okay. And then who knows from there?
Who knows from there, really?
Okay.
I don't have any, like, set plans. A couple things up in the air, I'd say.
Right.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
But like New Year's Day, I'll be home.
Yeah.
I'll be home. I won't be working, obviously.
Be home. Monitoring the release of the podcast.
Obviously.
So as you guys are hearing this right now, if you're listening on New Year's Day, we'll be at home focused on the release.
Yeah, freaking out probably.
Freaking out over the release.
Maybe I'll drive over to your place.
Yeah, and we can freak out together. Speaking of the release, we do have an Instagram.
We do have an Instagram.
For the podcast. We unfortunately could not get the handle that we wanted. It was an entire thing. So the handle is Write That Down the Pod.
So make sure you follow us.
All your updates on there.
Yes. All your updates on there.
We'll be posting every time an episode is released. And if we talked about anything in the episode or whatever, that needs to go on the Instagram for you guys.
All of the details will be on the Instagram.
The deets will be on the Instagram, yeah.
And it's Write That Down the Pod.
And the other thing is that you can watch us on YouTube.
Yep.
We do have video. The YouTube channel will be linked.
Well, of course.
And I think that's all you need to know.
I feel like as of right now, that is all you need to know. But if there
write that down.
Becomes any more information, we will let you know, and then you can write that down.
Period. Okay, so should we get into our like favorite, least favorite books?
Yeah, so we're going to go through, we both made, my list isn't very long.
Favorites and least favorites?
Yeah. But
that's
like,
surprising
if you
to
like
me.
say something, maybe I'll be like, oh my God. Right, I did not.
Because you've read more books than me this year.
Okay, I have not hit my reading goal. yet.
What's your reading goal again?
My reading goal for the year was 75.
Oh, that's my reading goal.
Yeah.
But you're much closer to it than I am.
Let me see what I'm at. I can't even remember what I'm at. I'm at 67. And today is
close.
December 16th.
I think I'm at 60.
Are you?
I finished a book last night.
Well, you better write that down.
I did write it down on Goodreads. Via Goodreads.
So I'm 4 books behind schedule. I'm at 67 books of 75.
Oh my god, I'm at 56 books. Okay. Well, I'm not writing that down. I'm erasing that.
Really? You're at 56? I thought you were in the 60s.
Me too. I'm feeling gaslit right now.
By Goodreads?
By Goodreads, yeah. Okay, so we'll just alternate, I guess. Let's start with favorites.
Okay.
You want to go first?
I think our first is the same book.
Okay.
Which is The 7-Year Slip. That book really changed everything for me. Truly.
Was it a 5-star?
5-star.
Well,
we'll get into that. We'll get into that. 5 stars.
Yeah, it was 5 stars for me.
So good.
It was amazing. I honestly want to reread.
So do I. I went and tried the audiobook.
Oh, did you? Like
This
when
was
you were reading it?
No.
Or
this was
recently?
I had already read it. And like months and months later, like I missed it. So I was like walking every morning and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to listen to the audiobook.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not the same.
Oh, it's not?
No, I couldn't get into it. So I stopped listening to it. So whenever I like reread it, I'm going to like reread the physical copy again.
Oh, okay.
The audiobook
when did you read it for the first time?
At the beginning of the year.
Oh, me too. I think I read it in like February.
So did I.
Okay.
I read it in February.
Okay, we were on the same page with that then.
Because then I read The Dead Romantics right after.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I read The Dead Romantics like 2 years ago. I have to say...
It's literally like a tornado out there.
It's dark. Yeah, it is giving... If you guys are watching on YouTube, hopefully
like
we'll have been able to
get...
fix the lighting in some way, but it's dark and scary in here.
No, it really is. And it's looking a little scary out.
I have read Ashley Poston's 2 other books that are out that I know of. There's only 3.
There's only 3.
There's only 3.
At this time, there's only 3 books.
Yeah, there's a new one coming out in 2025, but let me stay on track. I've read The Dead Romantics. Well, I read all of them, but I read The Dead Romantics like 2 years ago. Honestly, was not the biggest fan. Then I read 7-Year Slip, changed my life, 5 stars. I don't know if I want to say it changed my life.
It changed my life.
I feel like that's a little bit dramatic. Okay, I feel like there are books that have changed my life.
Right.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
Okay, and maybe that's not one of them. Anyway, and then I read a novel love story. Again, did not like it.
So I read it before it came out. Like I got the ARC via NetGalley.
Oh, I did too, but I didn't read it on NetGalley.
I did, surprisingly.
You're a NetGalley reader.
I am a NetGalley reader sometimes.
I'm not. Like, I will...
I'm requesting every book
left and right. Left and fucking right.
Yeah.
And I used to get them. I don't know if my account's, like, banned or something now, but...
Because you don't leave reviews.
Well...
And neither do I. And, like,
I
surprisingly...
went back and left some reviews.
I don't. Surprisingly, I, like, keep getting approved for, like, the books that I'm, like, really excited to read. Like, Abby Jimenez... Lila
like the
Sage.
ones that everyone would be like beating down your door if they knew you had them.
Correct.
Yeah. Have you got an Emily Henry arc on there?
No. I don't know if hers are
Okay.
on there. I've also like...
I think Funny Story was on there for request. And then...
I don't know if I was a NetGalley girl at that time.
Oh, not The Fly. Okay.
I don't know if I was on the NetGalley at that time.
Okay, you weren't gallying yet.
I wasn't gallying yet. One of the first was Just for the Summer. That was one of my first arcs.
I got that one.
Okay, wait. Back to a novel love story.
Yeah, back
to a novel love story. I got the arc for it, so I read it before it came out. And I enjoyed it because, like, no one knew what the heck that book was about. No one knew what it was about. It was, like, a huge mystery, honestly.
Why did that help your enjoyment of it?
Because there was, like, no one else's, like,
expectation?
Opinions.
Okay.
Because, like, other people's opinions, I take and I run with them. I'm like, oh, I agree. And I need to stop doing that because it causes me not to read books. Because, like, I'll look at people's Goodreads reviews. I don't do that anymore. I don't look at people's Goodreads reviews anymore. Because, like, whatever they're saying about the book, I go into that book with that mindset.
And then you're, like, looking for
I'm
the
gonna hate
things
it.
that they talked. Okay.
Exactly.
My thing is, like, after I've already read a book, I don't really feel like other people's opinions about the book influences what I thought about it. but it does like really affect my decision about whether or not to read a book. Like if something I'm gonna be honest right now, if something has less than like minimum a 3.7 on Goodreads, like if I'm in the bookstore and I picked up a book and it has, I mean, God, for sure less than a 3.5, like I'm not reading that book. But it's like, you know, maybe I would like it.
I agree. Sorry. I just like don't go book shopping anymore.
Well, that makes sense.
I do like work with books every day. So it like, it doesn't like ruin it for me. It's just like.
Yeah, Emily and I work at Blush Bookstore, which is
hey,
where
by
we
the
are.
way, if the set looks a little familiar,
yeah,
it is because
Blush
we are in
Bookstore.
Blush Bookstore.
Yeah.
We're in the one in Texas, because there are 2 locations.
It's really dark on
It
there.
is really dark. Should we flip on that other light?
Okay, we had to turn the lights on because it's getting so dark outside.
Well, if it looks a little bit different, that is because we had to turn the lights on.
So if you're a YouTube listener, apologies about that. But
apologies about that. Okay, so we were talking about how we are in Blush.
Yeah.
So there are 2 locations of Blush. There's one in Kansas, and then there is one in Texas.
We're gonna get back to the favorite books in a second.
We'll get back.
Yeah.
We just wanted to, talk about the elephant in the room as to like why there are pink bookshelves
We're
behind
in
us.
Blush Bookstore.
We both work here
in Dallas, Texas.
Come
see us.
Come see us. Come say hi. We're talking about
how you don't book shop.
So I don't book shop because I am like constantly ordering books for the store, and like I'm always putting books away. So there's really never anything new for me to like go to a bookstore and like see.
Because you only read romance, right? So you're not gonna like go to Barnes and Noble for something
like
else.
not like a romantasy or anything like that. Correct. Because like all of the books that like I want to read or that like I'm interested in reading, we carry. So there's never any reason for me to go to a bookstore unless like I'm going for fun.
To like
with a friend
to check
or
it out
something.
or something.
Yeah. Otherwise, I just buy the books from Blush.
Right. How does this relate to a novel love story? Oh, because I
You
was
were
saying
talking
if
about
I
book
were
shop.
in a bookstore, I'm not buying a book if it's rated.
And I said I don't have that problem because I
you
don't book shop.
Okay. And
I support small local businesses.
Oh, you bitch. Well, so do I.
Okay, now you do.
Yeah, now I did. Well, I did before.
Because now she's employed.
Okay, and because you were talking about a novel love story, which is not even the book we started talking about. You were talking about how nobody's opinions of the book affected what you thought. Or no.
Correct.
Yeah, correct.
Because I enjoyed that book. I did because I really loved how... Because, like, I would feel the same way as the main character. I don't remember her name.
I don't remember her name. Who is that?
Her name was, like, something older. Because, like, she loves to do, like, an older lady
Oh,
name.
that's true.
Anyways.
It was a really good premise of a story. When I first heard about it, I was like, oh, this is going to be Ashley Poston's best book yet.
Yeah. That's what it was definitely feeling like. But then...
It just didn't... I think it was because I didn't like the male main character. Eileen, yeah.
Oh, the male main character, he was giving absolutely nothing.
Oh, he was giving like almost worse than nothing. Like I feel like there were a few things
what
that
I
he
do
did
remember
that I
his
was
name.
like, I don't like that.
I do remember his name.
What's his name?
Anders.
Oh my God, and why? Like that rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, with
that name.
With that cat too.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, the 7-year slip though.
Outstanding. 5 stars.
It was outstanding. It was 5 stars.
So you guys, sweet.
Yeah, it was so sweet.
Be sweet.
Be sweet. If you guys haven't read an Ashley Poston book, they're romances, but they all have some kind of element of magical realism in them. And in this one, the female main character, she inherits this apartment, and sometimes the apartment will randomly like go back to 7 years in the past. Mm-hmm. And she ends up having a romance with a guy who lived in the apartment 7 years ago.
Right.
And
Love
he's
him.
very hot.
Oh, and he's very hot.
And he's a chef.
And
in my head, he was Jeremy Allen White.
Well, of course he was to you.
Oh my God, of course he was. Like, that's why the book was 5 stars.
I don't imagine him like that buff, though. Like...
Oh, I think it was because he was a chef. And
what was
I was
his
thinking
name?
Jeremy Allen White and the bear.
No.
No. I know you're asking.
The main character. Like, wasn't it like James, but then like his name was something else?
Know. Yeah, something like that. You would think I would remember.
It was like Ivan or something of that nature.
You're correct, I believe.
No, earwolf.
It was IWAN. Ewan?
Yeah.
I think that's how you would say that. What was the girl's name?
Clementine?
Oh, yeah.
Her name was Clementine. Her name was Clementine.
Her name is Clementine. Okay, we have got to get past this book. It was good. We both liked it. Yay.
5 stars. Yay.
Yeah,
okay,
5
now
stars.
your turn.
Okay, my next one is Nocticadia by Carrie Lake.
Shocking.
Yeah, it is shocking for me because Nocticadia is technically a dark romance, and if you guys follow me on TikTok, you know that I'm not a dark romance girl, typically. I mean, like, I'm open to reading them. I've read a couple.
Oh my god, I've probably read 3.
Oh, that's probably all I've read, too.
I don't know if I claim that.
I've read Grimstone by Sophie Lark.
Oh, I've read Hooked by Emily McIntyre. I've read Brutal Prince.
I literally might have only just read 2, now that I'm really thinking about it.
Okay,
Grimstone scared me. I'm not gonna lie. That was too much for me.
If we're gonna, like, count Penelope Douglas, like, I've read a handful of her books.
Oh, we're gonna count Penelope Douglas.
Then I've read a handful of her books, like, whenever they were, like, popping off on TikTok, like, in 2020. And I read, oh my god, what is that book by Parker S. Huntington? My Darling Venom. I read that.
I don't know the author's name, but yeah,
I did like that one.
Okay, yeah.
I did enjoy that one.
So yeah, I haven't read like nearly as many. I read Grimstone by Sophie Lark, and I think I was like, this is not for me.
Yeah, I haven't.
Obviously, if it's for you.
Well, I read Brutal Prince, and I really didn't enjoy.
Yeah, it was just that some of the smut in there was not
for you.
Oh, no,
not for you.
I was feeling like scared and upset.
Okay, but like, what is the premise of like Nocticadia?
Okay, so Nocticadia is. It's almost like it's like a dark academia romance. The premise of it is, oh god, I'm not good at premises.
That's okay. You also don't have to.
No, I want to
like if I'm gonna have to give like the premise of some of these, good luck.
Good luck, Charlie. It basically is a romance between a girl and her professor, and she ends up going to this, it's very like dark academia, this like elite college to try to figure out something that has happened in her mom's past. And it does heavily involve talking about a parasite, which is, I know, and that's not like, I'm not good with that kind of stuff, and so I did not think that this was going to go well for me. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't too graphic.
Okay. I know it's on my list for like a book that I would like to read next year.
It is a perfect fall book.
Okay.
Like, definitely put it on your TBR for next fall. It really got me in the mood, for sure. And the romance is good.
Okay. I'll add it to my list for fall of next year.
Yeah. I love dark academia books. And it was long, and there was also like kind of a mystery aspect, or definitely a mystery aspect to it that I enjoyed. Mm-hmm. It just was like, I don't know, it was a right book, right time situation for me. I don't think I would have loved it if I had read it in like March or something.
Okay, I see. Okay, my next one is Daisy Hates The Great Undoing. Okay. So that is Daisy's second book, so that's book 4.
Yeah, I haven't read that.
Is that book 4? Yeah.
That's book 4.
That's book 4. That book is, like, truly outstanding.
Yeah.
So I am, to my core, a Julian Hates girl. Okay. Like, that man can do no wrong.
Yeah.
In my eyes.
Emily did ask me to write her fan fiction about her and Julian Hates.
Well? And where is it? Christmas is coming up.
It's in the works.
So I do love Julian Hates, like, a lot.
Okay.
And that book, obviously, like, if you've read it, then you, like, understand. If you haven't, you get Julian's point of view.
Do you not get Julian's point of view?
In Daisy's book, you do. Like, Daisy's first book, you get it. But there's just something about, like, who he is in that book that I just, like, cannot get enough of.
Oh, the description is, like, sexy art thief, mafia member.
Yeah.
That's working for me.
So, in, like, if you've, like, read the whole series, in Magnolia's last book, he does something like, or no, I think it is The Great Undoing. You would think that, like, there's something that he does in there that is, like, almost unforgivable. Like, so close to being unforgivable, but then you're like, he's not doing okay. So then, like, you're like, aw.
I kind of like books that make you think like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, like, we should hate Julian hates. Like he
doesn't seem like anyone does though.
I mean, how could you?
Okay.
Like you would be truly like a bad person if
I feel
you
like that's impressive as an author to achieve.
Well, you know, she was like, she thought that she was gonna have to do some like major redemption for him, and
then people were like, no, he's fine.
She was like, I didn't have to do a thing.
Wow.
Like Julian just kept being Julian, and like everyone was loving it, but then like everyone was hating BJ, obviously.
Well, BJ's kind of the worst.
Okay.
In some ways, we don't have to get into it.
But you also just have to like finish the series. But like,
I'm believing that he's gonna have his redemption arc, and
they're just like all going through something. And one thing about me, oh girl, I'm gonna understand. I'm gonna be understanding. I'm gonna be understanding, and I'm gonna be like, well,
yeah, that's one thing about Emily.
Yeah,
she's an understanding.
I'm an understanding person.
Okay.
So that's why that was like truly one of my favorite books that I read this year.
All right, love it.
Love him.
Love him.
Julian, if you're listening, I love you and I hope you're doing okay. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say about that.
I'm sure he appreciates that. Okay. My next one, this was a recent read for me. Can you guess what it is?
Oh my God. Like how recent?
Oh, recent.
Like since I've known you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what have you read?
Emily.
I'm going blank.
I do not know what it is. It's Out on a Limb.
Oh my God. Well, of course.
Well, of course. I don't even have the words.
I don't think I read that book. I think I read that book last year.
Gobsmacked by it.
Truly a piece of art.
Oh, it's a masterpiece. That was a book that genuinely like felt like it was written for me.
Okay.
Like the way that I don't know. It's not even because like I related so much to the characters or anything like that. I mean, I did like relate in some ways to the female main character, but it was more so just like it like tugged on my heartstrings in every way possible.
That book is so good. Like if you haven't read it, add it to your 2025 TBR. Like it's truly
it's amazing.
Such a good book.
It's just like them like dancing to like Frank Sinatra and so like that whole thing. And then I guess this is something that Hannah Bonham Young does in maybe all of her books, because I'm reading a Hannah Bonham Young book right now. I'm reading Next of Kin, and I noticed that she did this in this book too, but there's an epilogue and then a bonus epilogue.
Oh.
Yeah. In Out on a Limb too.
Is that the newer version of it?
Yeah, I got it from here.
Okay.
And I am not someone like, I don't love an epilogue. Most of the time I'm like,
we get it.
Like, wrap it up. You know, you're like, pack it up.
We know what's happening in the epilogue.
Pack it up, yeah. And so for me to like love both epilogues and want more.
Yeah.
I'm usually not someone who like
wants
rate a book to 5 stars.
Okay. Dumb question. 6
stars.
Okay.
It was a 6 star. Like, it might be my favorite romance book of all time.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, I haven't read as many of the like romance series, so I feel like eventually one of those will be my favorite romance book of all time, because it's just like
what do you mean by that? Like Magnolia Parks.
Like like if Magnolia Parks Into the Dark is like your favorite romance book, it's like that makes sense.
Okay.
Because you're 5 books into a series.
Oh my gosh, yeah, like The Addicted. There's
or
10
like
books.
If like Redeeming Six or something was your favorite, I'd be like, okay. What is your favorite out of Boys of Talman?
I love book 1. Like I love Binding 13 so much.
Yeah.
But like Keeping 13 is
your favorite? I
don't know. It's really hard because like I loved seeing Johnny and Shannon like in the beginning, like when they first met. Like it's so sweet.
Okay.
But then like they're really together in Keeping 13, so it's like so heartwarming to like see that.
Yeah.
But it might be Binding 13, like it might be book 1.
Just book 1. Okay.
It's just so sweet to see them together.
Yeah.
So I unfortunately, it's not on my list because I didn't read it this year.
But it would be.
Trust
it would be.
Trust.
Okay. I don't know if I have much more to say about Out on a Limb. It was fantastic. Oh, I was going to say this. It is an accidental pregnancy trope, and I loved it. I'm like
I love
seeking out accidental pregnancy trope books now.
Oh, I can give you a list.
Give me a list.
I love them.
I have 9-month Contract, which I love that name, and Ready or Not.
Oh yeah, I haven't read. Maybe we should do that for book club.
Maybe we should do that for book club. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway,
it's a good one.
It's a good one.
Okay, my next one is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez.
Yeah.
Like, truly, truly amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That Justin needs to be, like, studied.
You put it in a museum.
Truly.
Mm.
He is something else. Like, I know everyone says, like, he is the definition of, like, if he wanted to, he would.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is.
Yeah.
And that is just, unfortunately, like a man written by a woman.
Right. And no men in real life are written by women.
Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. Like, I have yet to meet one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I agree.
But that book, everyone should read that book.
Yeah.
Everyone should read that book. I mean, I don't really have much to say.
In the summer, though.
Read it in the summer. I read it.
Spring.
I got the arc for it, so I read it, like, in the beginning of this year.
Have you seen... Oh, wait, yeah. You read her new book, too.
I have. It's on my list, actually.
That's crazy.
So I have read her new book that comes out in April.
Well, go ahead and talk about that one.
Okay, I'll go ahead and talk about it.
I haven't not read this one yet.
But I sent it to you.
Yeah, Emily did. Hopefully no NetGalley employees are watching this. Emily did illegally send the copy that she got
No, I
to me.
didn't.
Is that not illegal?
No, I sent it to your Kindle.
Yeah.
From that guy, I just added your Kindle to mine.
Yeah.
That's not illegal. That's what's meant to happen. You send it from NetGalley to a Kindle.
Okay, yeah.
And that's what I did.
But are you supposed to, like, send it to someone that wasn't
That is
approved
none of
for
their
it?
business.
Okay, because that was what I was referencing. I was like, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's none of their business.
I didn't like illegally download it and send it to you.
Oh, no.
They gave me
That's
access.
not what I meant.
They
Yeah,
gave
they
me
gave
access
Emily
to-
access to it and not me. And she shared it with me.
Correct.
Is what I'm saying.
Correct.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Say Y'all Remember Me is what her new one is called. It comes out in April. I'm so sorry I don't know the release date on the top of my head. But
It's a beautiful cover.
it's a beautiful cover.
They
and
really
it
took
is a
the
beautiful
Just for the
book.
Summer of it all and ran with that for the cover.
And okay, I've talked about it a couple of times with customers, and they have asked if it's like interconnected.
Mm-hmm.
And the only character from one of her other books that I saw was Brad.
So is it less
The dog
interconnected
from-
than like Part of Your World, Yours Truly, and Just for the
Definitely.
Summer?
Because the
It's, like,
only
more
character was
separate?
Brad the dog.
Right.
Well, okay, so Xavier, the main character in Say Y'all Remember Me, is a vet. So it makes sense as to why Xavier had a picture of Brad on his phone.
Oh,
And
okay.
Samantha was like looking through his camera roll because he was like showing her pictures of like the animals. And she was like, oh my God, who is this cutie? And he was like, Brad. I was like, Brad! Hey!
Good to see you here.
Good to see you here.
Yeah.
So that is the only
There was a Brad
connection.
cameo.
There was a Brad, small.
Small Brad cameo.
Small Brad
So
cameo.
it sounds like he wasn't even there. He was just in a
wasn't
photo.
physically there. He was in a photo.
That's it? That's the only connection?
That's the only connection that
I'm not
recall.
going to say that that's interconnected then.
But the connection between these two characters, oh
Which one's
my
better?
God.
Just for the Summer?
Just for the Summer, I did
Is better.
I did enjoy that one a lot more. But
Oh, a lot more.
oh, sorry, there was lightning.
Oh,
That just like shook me a little bit. But the connection between Xavier and Samantha, oh my God. Oh my God, like talk about meant to be.
Okay.
I couldn't get enough of them.
Wow.
I could use like a bonus epilogue with them.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I don't want to hype this book up too much and then people will be like, that was
Oh, people are gonna love it.
That was her
Are you
worst
kidding
book
me?
yet.
I haven't even read it yet, and like people are gonna go crazy, nuts over it. I'm sure.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I'll
read it soon.
I really enjoyed it.
Since you risked your life to send it to my Kindle.
And I would do it again.
Oh, thank you.
Because I sent you another
Thank
one
God.
too.
Yeah, you did. She sent me a few.
I sent
We're gonna be
her-
on the
I sent you Out of the Woods.
Oh my God.
You have got to read that.
Yeah. So if you guys didn't know, Out of the Woods is like the second book in the Out on a Limb series, and it's
Oh my
about...
God, makes so much sense, by the way. I just put that together.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No,
That's why I wanted it so bad.
makes sense.
It's about the couple that are friends. And it's like Wynn's best friend.
My
It's about
God.
her and her husband. So they're
The one
already
that, the one
married.
that gambles
Yes.
and she doesn't know it.
Yeah.
That couple.
Yeah.
I've got to read this book. Why haven't I read it yet?
Yeah, so they're already married because they like met in high school or something, and it's about them going on like some kind of trip in nature to like reconnect. Their
Right, because she
marriage.
was like, "Oh, I'm divorcing." Oh, sorry, I don't mean to spoil.
Did she say that?
Wasn't she like mad that he was like lying to her? About where he was going?
Oh, no, not like actually, no. I think she was like, whatever.
It's been a while since I read that book.
Yeah, clearly.
Oh my God, the lightning.
Yeah, the lightning is crazy.
Lightning is crazy.
We're risking our lives to get you guys this episode right now. My next favorite is not a romance book.
Okay.
I know. It feels like illegal to talk about a non-romance book here. I mean, it has elements of romance in it.
Okay, I'm on the edge of my seat. What is it?
Well, it's really the whole series, but Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson.
Okay.
Or like the first trilogy. I don't even know what to say about it. I mean, I feel like
I don't want any spoilers because it is on my list to read.
it's on your... Oh, thank God. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. I mean, do you like the true, like, fantasy elements of books? Like, world building and, like, political stuff?
I enjoy it when I'm, like, in the right, like, mind space for it.
This is, like, the weather that you would curl up and read Mistborn.
Okay.
Too, I guess.
Well, I'm going to do it.
I think you should. I'm trying to think about, like, what to say about it. There is a romance in it. It's not like a traditional romance, but I did like the relationships that happen. The magic system is really cool. I mean, I feel like it's like I'm harping on Brandon Sanderson, like we all know.
I've never read anything by him.
But you've heard about, like,
I've heard about him.
Talk about him and stuff.
Target.
He's
not him.
You were gonna say you saw him physically. I was like, what?
No, I saw his books.
They're just amazing. I was like sobbing during the second one.
Oh my God, I've got to get on that train.
Yeah, you really should.
Okay. It's on. I'll add it to my list.
Yeah.
Okay, my next one is Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Haven't read.
Like I'm being so serious
Is
when
that
I
the first one, the pink cover?
No, it's book 2. It's the orange one.
Orange cover. With the dirt on it, the gross dirt stains.
Yeah, people try to, like, return it. Like, can I get a new one?
Were you standing there the other day when someone was trying to buy that book?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was like, wait, can I go grab a new one? We're like, oh, it's actually printed on the cover.
Oh, it's printed on there. Yeah,
because
I don't know why the fuck they did
he's
that.
a cowboy.
Well, I understand the idea of it, but in my opinion, it's like they didn't print enough dirt where it looks intentional.
Right.
They did like one little dirt part smudge on the
Yeah.
corner, and it looks like somebody just like
Yeah.
dunked the edge of the book in dirt.
It really does. Okay.
Like, if I get that book, I'm rubbing more dirt on it.
Well,
Personally,
you have to do with what you want.
that's my choice.
Yep.
Anyway, continue.
That book, truly, one of the best books I've ever read. The man
Wow.
that he is.
What's his name?
West.
You don't know.
His name is Weston
Okay.
Belmont.
I believe you. I mean, shit, I don't know.
110%. Anyways, truly, like, oh my God.
Is there any tropes that we should be
single
aware
dad.
of? Trope alert.
Single dad.
Single
Single
dad
dad. Single
alert.
dad. Alert. Put it out there, everybody. Watch out.
Yeah.
Hot cowboy. I know that's not a trope, but it's a fact.
It's a promise. It's not a threat. It's a promise.
She is like a pop star trying to get away, trying to run away.
And she runs right
And
into a
then
hot
she,
cowboy's
like,
arms.
Well, literally, actually.
Oh, does she?
I don't think I was like able to read a book for like a week after I read that book.
Wow.
Because like I could not stop thinking about it.
Wow.
And like nothing could compare.
Are you excited for the next book? Oh, okay. It's like you're talking about it like it's your most favorite book of all time.
It is.
Not excited about the second or the
Well,
third one.
I don't really know. I'm trying to get the arc. Hey, I'm so excited about the next one.
Yeah, and Matt Kelly's not sending you that arc if they see this.
No. Obviously, I'm excited for the next one. It's just like a character that like I didn't really like in.
No, I get that. That
The
makes
book.
sense. Yeah.
Because he's like on the bowling team.
What?
You don't remember like in
What character?
in book 1?
I didn't read book 1.
Oh my God.
The bowling team.
They have like a single dad. Wait, what is it?
Nothing about bowling is hot. I was on the bowling team in high school.
So it's hot.
Yeah, varsity bowling.
Well,
I'm not kidding.
no, I believe you.
Okay.
No, I'm saying they had like a single dad. Like it was like dad's night out bowling.
Okay, that's cute.
I think. Don't quote me on that.
That's cute.
Anyways, I absolutely adored Wild Eyes. Like 5 stars easily. 10. Loved
Period.
so much. And when Ford Grant, when his ass came in for the first time. I was like, I got chills. Truly. I got chills. This man, oh my God.
He did it for you.
Oh, every time.
Okay.
Every time.
Okay, you done?
I'm so sorry.
No, you should continue.
No, I'm done. Go. What's next on your list?
Okay, my next one is Piranesi by Susanna Clark. Also not a romance. This one has no romance in it at all. And I'm not going to describe the premise of it at all.
Okay.
Because I think it's a book that you need to go into knowing nothing.
We're going in blind.
Yeah, go in blind. Don't even read the back. And you're going to be really confused at the beginning. And then it's all going to start to come together. And it's like the biggest mind fuck of all time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Should I read it?
I think you should read it. I think everyone should read it.
Okay, I'll put it on my list.
It's like I really respect when a book can like mess with my head.
Okay.
Yeah. And it did. And it's short.
Oh.
Packed a punch.
That's exactly what people need around here these days.
Yeah.
A short book.
That's what I need.
Well, without 56, probably.
I'm 15 books behind on my reading goal, by the way.
Like behind schedule?
Yeah. Behind schedule. I have to read 20 books this month. And you know what? You can laugh, but watch me I do it. No, I think you believe I can do it.
Oh, of course.
Will there be graphic novels involved?
I thought we agreed that you were going to read Heartstopper.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's like 7 of them or something.
Yeah, those are graphic novels.
Yeah, you'll fly through them.
Yeah, I'm going to fly through those.
We can find you some more.
Some novellas.
Oh, I sent you some.
Yeah, I'm going to read them.
Go back and read them.
Okay.
Okay. And the next one on my list is, I was actually talking about this book the other day with a customer.
Oh.
Play Along.
Oh,
by Liz Tomford.
Yeah.
That book.
Can I start with that book?
I mean, like, you could skip book 1 if you don't want to read book 1. Like, if that's what's stopping you.
Or if that's book one's not good. Or like, not as
her
good
best work.
At all.
Well, when I started, okay, so I've read all of them so far. There's going to be one more. I like soft DNF'd Mile High because I was like, this man should not be able to speak. Like his rights should be taken from him.
He should be imprisoned.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was, and then I went back like a month or 2 later and like read it and I enjoyed it. And then I read book 2 and book 2 was outstanding. I think book 2 was like majority, like everyone's favorite.
The Right Move?
Yeah. Because like Ryan Shea.
Mm-hmm.
He's also like the definition of like if he wanted to, he would.
Okay.
Silently, he would.
Silently?
He's a quiet man.
Oh, okay.
And he'll do it like without telling you.
He would just like do it without speaking, which is preferred.
Yeah. And like you would come home and be like, oh my God.
Yay.
I can't believe he was listening or he noticed, you know?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
And then book 3 was good. I enjoyed book 3. But there was something in the words of Play Along that really did it for me.
Okay.
I enjoyed every single page.
Wow. I've heard that Play Along is like outstanding.
There really wasn't a moment where I was like we're still like talking about this. Like we're still
like do you wish it had been longer?
Oh yeah.
That for me is when I know it's a 5-star book because I never wish the books were longer.
Yeah, I agree with that. It was so good. It was just so good.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Loved it.
What sport is it?
Baseball.
Okay.
So in book 3, Kai is book 3.
Is The Right Move basketball?
Yes.
Wow.
So like the series order, it's hockey, basketball, baseball, and then it will be baseball again.
Oh.
Book 5 will be baseball.
Okay.
You
know what sports romance books are there about basketball? Not many.
Not many. No. Oh, The Night Shift.
I don't think I'm familiar.
By Anna Crown. Night Shift. It was like the Wattpad one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the only one that like really comes to mind of like basketball.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I guess that is like the only basketball romance I've read. The Right Move.
Yeah, I don't really feel like people are
writing them.
Are begging for the basketball romance.
Well, she really
books.
did only write one, and then she's writing 3 baseball.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, because like Kai and
No basketball or
name
soccer,
Aiden?
other than obviously the striker.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, we have those. I know those are hockey. There's so many hockey.
Oh my God, there's so many hockey.
Everyone's writing hockey, but there really is only one superior series.
Do you have one of those books on your list?
I didn't. Yes, I do. So I'll talk about it.
Okay. I think I might only have one more.
So yeah, play along, read it. You can read it out of order if you like really don't care about the other ones. You just know that you'll see those couples. Maybe you want to because like the characters come a long way.
I'll read them in order.
Yeah, I think you should.
I'm not like one to really skip out on.
I don't really skip around.
I don't really skip around either. Like if I'm gonna read a series,
I'm starting with book 1.
Yeah.
Unless I start book 1 and I'm like hating it, I'll DNF and go to book 2.
At that point, I'm probably just not finishing the series. Unless I've heard like incredible things about one of the subsequent books.
I actually agree with that.
Yeah. Okay, my last one is actually going to be 2 books. No one come and arrest me for saying this, but it's the first 2 Crescent City books because I haven't read the 3rd one yet. Yes, it's been almost a year since it was released. Did you know this?
No, they were your favorite? I didn't even know you read them.
Oh my God. They're my
like truly, I did not know that.
They're my favorite Sarah J. Maas books, yeah.
Wow. No, I did not know this about you.
Yeah.
We have only known each other for a couple of months.
It's not relevant. Feels like a lifetime.
Truly, but in the best way.
The best way.
You're like, oh my God, no, it's felt like forever. It's really exhausting.
Right. No, this is a very unpopular opinion.
You haven't read the 3rd one.
I have not read the 3rd one.
And may I ask why?
You know, I'm not really sure that there's a particular reason.
Okay. It did come out in January of this year, sorry.
So what I had tried to do, and have you read the Crescent City books?
I have not. I have not finished Throne of Glass yet.
Okay, then I can't.
So unfortunately, you have to stop talking.
Yeah. I wanted to reread the Crescent City books 1 and 2 before the 3rd book came out, and I didn't end up rereading them in time.
Oh, you wanted to reread them?
Yeah, so like I was reading, I think, the 2nd book like when the 1st one or the 3rd one came out or something. So like I couldn't read it the day that it came out. Mm-hmm. And then I think that after I finished the 2nd book, since they're like very dense, long books, I just wanted a break. So I read something else. And then I just never got back to it, which is something I do a lot. Mm-hmm. And that I have a goal surrounding that for 2025 that we're going to discuss.
We'll discuss that.
But yeah, I love Crescent City so much. I think that the world in Crescent City is much more interesting than in ACOTAR or Throne of Glass. I know some people are going to like really disagree with me on that, but it's my opinion.
And stand by
I feel like there's so much more in the world in Crescent City to explore and learn about. And I don't know if maybe it's because of it's a more like modern city setting, but
yeah, I did know that.
I'm really into the world building of it all.
Okay, well,
and I love the characters.
I can't wait to read them. Yeah. I gotta finish. I'm still on the tandem read. I'm just like
the tandem read is great.
I'm just like not in the mood for fantasy right now, and especially not with being behind on my reading goal. Like I really don't have the time. To read it. So I've just been kind of putting it off. My goal a couple months ago was to have it finished by 2024.
Like the Throne of Glass series?
Yeah, but it's just like not gonna happen for me, unfortunately. And I've come to accept that because I really don't have any other goal. Yes. Okay, my last one is Fall With Me by Becca Mack.
Oh dear God.
So only because this book came out July 31st. Of 2024.
It's the most recent.
It is the most recent release. There's going to be... So this is the Playing for Keeps series by Becca Mack. One of my favorite series ever. Yeah. Comes like really close.
Becca Mack, if you are ever listening to this, Emily is your #1 fan.
Oh yeah, I'm your #1 fan. I have spoken to you before in the DMs.
Yeah.
Love you so much.
The first book is Consider Me.
The first book is Consider Me, Carter Beckett.
It's probably, would you say that that's your most recommended? Or like the book you've recommended the most to other people? Or is it Binding 13?
Oh, I don't recommend Binding 13 to anyone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true.
It's just like Binding 13 is like the Boys of Tommen is just so much and so heavy. Like I really don't want to put anyone through that.
Throwing them out left and right.
Not really, no.
Oh, see, like I don't.
If I'm like catching the vibe and they're like, I want something like tragic, I'm like, oh, I have the perfect recommendation for you. But if they're just like wanting, I'll always ask like, how do you feel about sports? Like that's how like when customers ask for like recommendations, I try and get like as much information out of them as I can before I'm like just like recommending anything out the wazoo. And so if they're like, oh, I do like sports, I'm like, oh, you should read.
Oh, I just like push my agenda no matter what, pretty much.
Well, I love that about you. But me, I like try and make sure that like I'm like recommending something that they're actually going to enjoy. And if they're like, oh, I don't really like sports, then I'm not going to be like.
I feel like Binding 13 is like not something that I think of as like a sports romance. You know what I mean? Like,
well, he is like playing rugby,
and I know that,
and like rugby's like
and I accept
really
that
huge part of Johnny's life.
But it's like I don't know. I just feel like it's more
tragic.
Like it's just that it's more. It has more depth.
So much depth
than I feel like a regular
sports romance
has. Yeah.
Well, consider me it like back to Becca Mack, obviously, because I cannot get enough of her.
Okay.
I've read all of like her, like she'll put out like extras, or they're like on her website. Read them all.
Oh yeah, you're like going on the website for for more.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, I've done that with Emily Henry.
Her books are just so good, and they're like a lot of like found family.
Yeah.
Found family, definitely. Carter Beckett is one of
Carter Beckett.
One of my favorite book boyfriends is Carter Beckett.
Yeah, I'm listening to the audiobook right now of Consider Me.
Oh, she let me listen to a snippet of it.
Yeah, the guy who, what'd you say?
Outstanding.
Oh yeah, no, like I'm salivating. The guy who voices Carter is like, oh, it's insane. Like his voice in a good way.
Oh well, obviously.
Yeah, in a good way.
Same with if you listen to the audiobooks of Magnolia Parks, Julian's voice. Oh my god.
Let's get on that. Does he have a British accent?
Put that in an IV for me.
Does he have a British accent?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
It's so good. Honestly,
well, I would hope that he would.
Well, like all of the guys, because there's 3 different like guy point of views. Like there's BJ's, Christian's, and Julian's.
Yeah.
So good.
Okay.
And they're like easy to tell apart.
Yeah. Duh. Okay, now I think we should get into some least favorites.
Yeah.
Do you want to kick this one off?
Oh, I'll kick this one off.
Go ahead and kick it off
with a little controversy.
Wait, I'm excited because I don't think I know what your least favorites are.
Okay. So I'll start from like the beginning of the year, like one of my least favorites from the beginning of the year.
Okay.
And it was like a total letdown, in my opinion, because
this is like a disappointment one.
Yes, because I was so excited about this book and then completely was so let down.
Oh, I'm on the edge of my seat. What is it?
If Only I Had Told Her. By Laura Nolan.
Yeah. Wait, is that the first or the second book?
Second.
So I read the first book.
The first one was good, and it was so sad.
When I saw that second book coming down, I was like, oh my god, y'all did not need to do all that.
I was like,
I knew
it's literally just it's like the first book in his point of view.
So it's just the same
storyline, yeah.
Same old thing,
just in his point of view. Plus, okay, so it's like told in like 3 different perspectives. So it's like in Finn's point of view, like the first half of the book, and then it's like back in her point of view, Autumn, and then like his friend Jake. I believe that's his name. I'm just like making that up.
Yeah.
Total letdown.
Okay.
Worst friend ever, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, everyone has read this book, and if I'm spoiling it for you, like you should have read it.
I read the first.
You should have read it a couple.
I'm
years
not gonna
ago.
read the second book though. So go ahead.
And like if I'm spoiling for you, just like skip ahead for a second. Okay, so like Finn's like dating this girl, right? Because he like gets in the car accident with her because he's like breaking up with her, and then he crashes the car and like flies out. Sorry,
he gets flung.
She flies out. He like goes out to help her. Oh my god, you don't even know this because like it's told in book 2 of how he dies. I know that
he dies. Yeah, he
goes
out to help her, and then what?
Gets electrocuted by the power line.
That's how he died.
Literally, he didn't see the puddle, so like the power line is like down because he hits it.
Are you kidding? He gets fucking electrocuted.
I swear. I swear.
That is.
He didn't see the puddle.
Dramatic.
He didn't see the puddle like with the cord from the power line. Sticks his hand in there to like kneel down. gets electrocuted, like burns to death.
Oh my God.
He gets shocked to death.
Oh my God. I for sure was just like, yeah, he got in a car accident.
No, she flies out the car because she's not wearing her freaking seatbelt.
That's crazy. That sounds like Laura Nolan decided to like go back after the first book was published.
She needed
like,
a paycheck.
How can I make this craziest shit?
She needed a paycheck.
Yeah. She needed it for real. She needed a paycheck.
She needed a paycheck. That book was such a letdown, truly. Oh yeah, so like the girl that he was dating, she obviously like survives, and his best friend Jake ends up dating her by the end of the book.
Okay.
Worst friend ever, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds awful.
That book was terrible.
I won't be reading that.
Don't read it.
Thank you.
And like you're welcome if like you were like on the fence about reading it and you're like, what is it even about? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you don't need to read it.
And like Autumn is just like obviously depressed because her boyfriend just died.
Well, of course.
Well, she's just going through it.
Yeah.
So that is that on that.
I just realized like I have a crazy controversial list, but that's all right.
I'm ready.
Should I start with a controversial one?
Well, I really didn't. That wasn't like the one that I was gonna say.
Okay, then I'm gonna start with a non-controversial one,
and then I'll say mine, and then
So Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey.
Oh yeah.
This is the only Tessa Bailey book that I have ever read because
I haven't read anything by her.
I've heard really negative things. Well, I want to read It Happened One Summer. People have good things to say about that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had it for like 2 years now and I haven't gotten to it. Window Shopping is like, it's not a novella, but it's just a really short book. It's like her Christmas book. And it was like unhinged and insane.
Mm-hmm.
The main girl in it has just gotten out of prison. So that's like a big thing for her. And I think that Tessa Bailey was like trying to give this book depth in that way and have like a character arc for her and a redemption after she gets out of prison.
Right.
Turn her
the
into
prison is crazy.
the prison of it all. Yeah. But it just was not a long enough book to like make you care or like root for her redemption. And it was just very weird. The main guy in it, like seriously, gives me nightmares. He's like scary to me. He doesn't act like a normal person should act. Like he feels like he's like an alien in a human suit.
Oh, I'm scared.
Oh, you don't need to read it.
I'm not going to.
You don't need to read it. 2 stars.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 stars.
Okay. Well, you actually finished it.
Yeah, I did.
Maybe I won't go so controversial just yet.
Okay.
Maybe I'll like
ease us in. What's
ease
next?
us in. My next one is Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. Okay, maybe I'm not easing us in.
Oh my god.
Did you like that book?
I feel like I just got shot.
Did you actually like that book?
5 stars.
5 stars is crazy. 5 stars.
Not
5 stars is crazy.
Why did you not
Do you
like
think
it?
my rating system is messed up?
I do. I do. Yeah.
That book did nothing for me.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing. It gave nothing.
Okay.
By the end of the book,
I feel like you're punching me in the face right now.
by the end of the book, they didn't even say I love you. Oh,
did they not?
No.
You know, that is something that people always notice.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna notice
I
it.
don't notice that.
By the way, this was the only book I've ever read that they have never said I love you.
Wow. Okay.
Because I read good books.
Okay.
Obviously.
I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm trying to respect your opinion.
I like truly that book did absolutely nothing for me. It gave nothing.
Wow. Okay.
What did it give? Literally nothing.
I thought it was amazing. I don't really remember why because it's been a while.
By that.
It's been a while since I read it, but yeah.
I won't say anything else about it because I don't want to be like too mean and like too critical.
No,
because, like,
don't spare my feelings.
It's just like, okay, I haven't read another book by her. Actually, I read Check and Mate. Her
I love Ali Hazelwood, and
Did you read that one?
Check and Mate.
Yeah,
I read half of it.
I read it and I liked it.
I meant to finish it. Like I was liking it, and then I don't know what happened. It was a while ago, but
I liked it.
Yeah, I respect that Ali Hazelwood is not for everyone.
She's definitely not for me.
But
I think I'm gonna read Deep End. Like that one intrigues me.
Yeah. Like, I loved The Love Hypothesis.
See, I never hopped on that train.
You know what's funny, though, is I feel like people think that I'm really critical of books.
Y'all just wait
But
until
it's
you
like,
hear more from me.
I'm not. I am critical with, like, my ratings and stuff, but, like, a book doesn't have to be, I don't know, like, if I had a great time reading it.
Oh, it's getting 5 stars.
It might get a 5 stars for me, yeah.
That's why I rate almost everything 5 stars.
Yeah.
I'm a little too easy.
I am stingy with the 5 stars, but, like, a book, there's, like, multiple different ways for a book to get 5 stars for me, and one of them is if I just really enjoyed reading it, and, like, that was the case for Love Theoretically for me. I loved it.
I'm truly shocked that you liked that book.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I did.
I don't want to say anything else. I just want to say that, like, that was one of my least favorite reads this year. I'm not
Okay.
I just, like, don't think that Allie Hazelwood and her scientist things,
Oh, see, I like that. I'm into that. I like it.
not for me. And
Yeah.
I've now learned that.
There you go.
So I will not read another one of her books.
It's valid.
But she is doing just fine without my support.
Yeah, she is. She is.
She does
Don't worry
not
about her.
She does not care about me.
No.
No.
Okay, I'm about to go in with
Okay.
a heavy hitter.
Okay, then I'll hit mine next.
And I need to, like, get this off my chest. I really sincerely do.
I'm sat and ready.
Yeah, and I hope that you guys
I'm nervous.
can still I don't know. I hope that you guys can still listen to the podcast after this one. Cuz I'm scared.
Okay,
about
I'm ready.
that.
I'm ready.
I really did not like Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Like, I really, really, it almost, like, to the point of anger. And then I have to be like, okay, calm down.
Point of anger.
Yeah, it's a 2-star.
Wow, I enjoyed that one.
It really frustrates me because what I thought was the weakest point of the book is everybody else's favorite thing about it. And I just am like, guys, we have got to want better for ourselves.
The banter?
The dialogue was awful. It was so bad. Like, it was cringy in every way. Like, I could not even think that Kai Azer, whatever, was hot because I just was, like, disgusted by the things that were coming out of his mouth.
Okay.
Like, I hate when I'm reading dialogue and I'm like, no human being would ever speak like this.
True.
Not even in, like, a fantasy world.
True.
It just felt so stilted and, like, unnatural.
Okay.
And I feel like the whole point of the book, because, like, yes, it's a fantasy romance, but, like, let's be real. It's not really about the fantasy world of it all. The fantasy world is, like, pretty underdeveloped, in my opinion.
Okay.
I liked the trials aspect of it. That was probably, like, the only part that I did like.
Yeah, it was good.
So,
did you read Powerful, the novella?
No, I said I'm done with this shit.
So I actually tandem read Powerless and Powerful. And
Okay.
I'm gonna say right here live on the podcast.
Do it.
The only way that I got through Powerless was because of Powerful. Because I I wanted to go back to Powerful so badly that I was, like, forced to read.
That makes me feel better.
The Powerless chapters. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Powerless. I just liked Powerful more. And I know it's like 140 pages or something small like that. And it was really the only way that I, like, think that I got through Powerless so quickly was because, like, I just wanted more.
Yeah.
Of Powerful.
And I want to put it on record that I am happy for Lauren Roberts, genuinely. I think it's really cool that such a young author has been, like, this crazy successful. And
oh my gosh, I have been following her since.
no, it's amazing.
Like,
I've been following her on TikTok for a long time too.
Or, like, whenever she, like, first started writing it, when she, like, dropped out of school and, like, first started writing it. Oh, I was following her and I was like, I can't wait for your book to come out.
Yeah, and I'm really happy that she's been such a massive success. And if she writes other books that are not in this series, which I'm assuming she eventually will, then I will read those and reevaluate.
Maybe we'll get the arc and we'll.
I think the problem with Powerless for me, like, I don't think that I would feel this strongly about it if it weren't such a popular book. But I really was reading it and I was like, what are you guys on
I think that's
right
valid,
now?
though. I think it's valid.
I just didn't get it, and I want to.
Yeah, I think it's valid.
And then when I heard that Reckless was, like, widely agreed upon that Reckless was worse.
Okay, I will agree with that. I will agree with that.
Okay.
Like, it could have been better.
Yeah.
And, like, the ending actually makes me want to, like, stab my eyes out.
Okay, yeah. I might just have to look up the ending because I am still like.
Oh, I can tell you.
I'm still nosy.
I'll tell you.
Okay, tell me later.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Off the pod.
All right.
Okay. Are you ready for my heavy hitter?
Do I know this one?
You do.
Okay.
I've told you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage.
I haven't read this book.
So
But I'm accepting of this.
I read Done and Dusted right when it came out, and I read it on my Kindle, and I was like, okay, I'm down with this.
Yeah.
I'm
read
down
Done and
with
Dusted
this.
recently.
I'm done with this. And then I really liked the brothers. I was like, okay, I'm like excited about the brothers books, like can't wait. And then Swift and Saddled was like coming out, and I was like, okay, like let me hop on this.
Is it a brother?
It's Emmy's brother. It's West.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So West is like building or like fixing up that house.
Mm-hmm.
And he's calling it like Baby Blue or something. Mm-hmm. I don't really remember. I could not stand Swift and Saddled. Truly.
Was it the FNC?
Oh my God. She was like insufferable to me.
Okay.
And like I couldn't, like there was no like connection for me between the two characters.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
And it was also like insta love, which I hate.
Yeah.
It was giving insta love, and then
I mean, think Lila Sage's books could actually stand being a little bit longer.
They could.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're so short, so she like makes everything happen very quickly.
That's part of the problem, yeah.
We weren't even probably 13 chapters in, and he was like, "Oh, I'm in love with her."
Okay.
She cannot stand you. What are you talking about?
Isn't she like an influencer?
No, she's an interior designer.
Oh, is there an influencer in this series?
I think she might like. No, not to my knowledge.
Oh, maybe I should make that up. Okay.
Anyways, I like hurried up and got through that book because I was not enjoying, and it was like a true letdown because like everyone is like hyping them up. So I'm like, I'm equally as excited as everyone else. Mm-hmm. I'm one of everyone else.
Train,
yeah. I just could not. But I read Lost and Lassoed, which I should have put on my faves. I loved that book. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, so the series has redeemed itself a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Which is good.
And their brother, he wasn't in it as much, so.
Okay.
Do you have any more?
That. Yeah, I have several more.
Okay,
the next one is definitely like objectively probably the worst book that I have read.
Do I know it?
This year, maybe ever. Maybe, well, oh yeah, probably. Okay. We probably carried it during the fall. Small Town Big Magic.
Doesn't sound familiar.
This book I have major beef with.
Oh my God, major beef?
This book.
No, we never carried that.
No, okay. Well, don't.
Well,
don't.
We're taking notes for the fall of 2025. We're not getting that book in.
It's just like she is the most insufferable character in a book I have ever read about. Like I wanted to jump into the book and strangle her with my bare hands. Like it was genuinely that bad. My review on Goodreads is The Girl Boss from Hell, and that is what she is.
Oh my God.
Like I genuinely felt, because it is like a romance, I felt bad for the guy that she ends up with.
Stop.
I did.
Oh my God.
I'm not kidding. And the reviews for this book, by the way, are like, other people are definitely feeling the same way as me. It doesn't have very good reviews or good rating. But yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
I can't believe you like felt bad for the love interest.
Oh, it was that bad. Like I was like, you need to, like, me feeling bad for a man, know it's bad.
It's gonna take a lot.
And you know what?
Okay, let's see what else I got on my list. Oh, this one's a more recent one that I've read. I read it in the fall.
Yeah.
Just like everyone else. Because we could not keep it stocked.
Oh, I don't know what book it is.
The Pumpkin Spice Cafe.
That is on my list too. I'm glad we can knock this off together.
Yeah.
Bad. Like, did not care about the characters, connect to them whatsoever.
They had zero connection.
I even was trying to picture them as Luke and Lorelai from Gilmore Girls because that's what people were saying that they liked about it.
Right.
No. I think that's doing Luke and Lorelai dirty, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't have many words to say about this book other than no, bad.
Yeah, it was very hollow feeling. I feel like is what I want to describe it as.
Like, there was nothing going
on.
It
had no depth. Nothing happened. The characters were very cardboard.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm kind of sick, honestly, of the story of like girl boss CEO that lives in a big city goes to a small town to like figure herself out and relax. I'm kind of like it's
We're
been
over that.
done.
It's been done.
It worked in Book Lovers. And Emily Henry did it right for all of us, and now we can move on. And we don't. Now we can move on.
We gotta move on from that.
Yeah. That story.
But I did like the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore.
Yeah.
Well, I related to the main character a lot.
Which one has Noah in it? Is it that one?
Yes, the fisherman.
Okay, yeah. I liked Noah from the first book, and I could be open to that.
Logan,
but honestly, I was so jaded.
Logan is.
Wait, is it Logan or Noah? Which one's the?
Logan is Pumpkin Spice.
Okay, so Noah is his friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him from the first book. Okay, so we're open to that one. All right.
Yes. Well, me and the main character in the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore literally have the same job, so like I could like really relate to her when she was like,
"That is cool."
Like gotta
that
work on a book order. I'm like, same girl.
You're like, oh shit, I need
literally
to go do
same.
That right
now. Speaking of.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
I'm done.
Okay, I have two more.
Okay, and then I think I have another one.
Okay, my next one, Kingdom of the Wicked.
Oh, yeah.
I hated this book.
We were just talking about this the other day.
I did not like this book at all. Like, I genuinely, I really should have DNF'd it, and honestly, it's kind of a disservice to this book. Like, it deserves to be DNF'd so that I don't have to sit here and talk about how much I hated it.
Yeah.
But, and I am gonna read Throne of the Fallen, whatever that series is called.
Oh, yeah. What was going on in that book? Like, I don't know the premise of it at all. Okay.
I actually don't know.
Okay.
No, I do a little bit. It's like, I'm confused about what the difference is going to be between the Kingdom of the Wicked series and then the Throne of the Fallen series. I can't remember the names.
Are they like interconnected?
Basically, it's like if you read Throne of the Fallen, it spoils the ending of the Kingdom of the Wicked series. Oh. Which I'm totally fine with because I will not be continuing it.
Right.
I just didn't. It's the main character in Kingdom of the Wicked is like one of the princes of hell. I think it's Wrath because there's like different princes of hell in this series.
Okay.
And I honestly, like, I remember nothing about the plot, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Other than it was giving nothing. The romance
it's young
was
adult.
Like, it's young adult, yeah. Which I like young adults. So
yeah, me too.
It's nothing about that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was just clarifying.
No, yeah. No, it's young adult. But some people are like, they don't like young adult because they want smut or whatever. I like young adult. Not this one, though. It just was like very bland is the word that's coming to mind. Okay. I feel like.
Yeah.
And the romance was doing nothing for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I want to add it to my list.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
no, I won't.
Add it to your list.
No, I stand with you.
Okay, thank you. Apparently not in love theoretically, though.
That's where we differ.
Apparently.
Sorry.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not sorry.
Don't apologize. I've said some things I feel like on this episode that people are
I'm about to say one that people are gonna kill me probably.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm being dramatic.
I mean, I don't know if that's dramatic.
It's just like everyone rides for her.
Wait, do I know what this is?
No, I've never told you this.
Oh, I don't know this tea?
No.
Okay, give me the tea.
28 Summers by Ellen Hildebrand.
Wait. Is this the book? I think that I started this book.
Oh,
wait, I think I started this book.
God, truly?
Is that the one with the cheating in it?
Cheating.
I hated that book. I DNF'd. I read half of it, and then I was like, "Oh, they're literally just cheating."
Oh, they're literally just cheating on each other. They're literally.
No, I started this book at the beach this summer, and
no, it's so bad.
I actually thought it was a fairly well written book. But
okay,
I was like, I cannot
get
behind the cheating of it all. The two main characters that are in the romance are actively the man is actively cheating on his long-term girlfriend with the female main character of this book.
And she knows it too.
And she knows
not
it.
The girlfriend.
And it's like the girlfriend doesn't know it.
The girlfriend doesn't know it.
The female main character is basically like the mistress.
Yeah, and she is so aware.
And she's very aware that he has a girlfriend.
Oh my God, I kind of forgot about like everything that
No, I could
book.
not get behind this at all. I could not root for them.
So
like,
I also
even though I think that they had a connection, I was like, this is fucked up. And they basically use the excuse of like, oh, well, the long-term girlfriend is like, she's uptight and she's a bitch. And like, she basically like insinuating that she deserves it.
Right.
Which is crazy behavior to me. Like, if she deserves it, break up with her then. What the fuck?
Yeah. No, okay. I also got like halfway. And then I was like, is anything gonna like actually happen? Like, I was getting bored. Yeah. I was getting bored, and I was like not vibing with the cheating.
I do think that Ellen Hildebrand,
but the premise was like
no plot, just vibes writer.
The cheating vibes were crazy, but she also, do you remember like the main character? She like ended up having like cancer. So then like it would like flip back to like the present time, and it was like her son.
Yeah.
Like reaching out to the guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she was dying. That's getting my policeman.
I do remember. Yeah. I do remember that, and
could not get behind it. I haven't read another one of her books, but I'm open to it.
The Hotel Nantucket was good.
I'll get back into it in the summer.
That's like a good beach read where you're not like, oh my god, these characters are completely like going to hell.
But I think that is all on my list.
Ellen Hildebrand writes compelling stories and compelling characters that have a lot of depth that are interesting. But yeah, I could not root for them, which I think you were like supposed to root for them, and I was like, girl. Okay, my last one, another heavy hitter. I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet. Yeah, I think you know it. Okay. This is the only book, at least in recent years, that I have ever written a long Goodreads review for.
Oh, she was in the review.
Oh, right. I was in the review space for sure. I was typing away.
We don't love reviews, so.
No, I don't really. I normally am like a phrase. That's my review.
Yeah, I'm not, and then me too. I don't love writing reviews.
Or like one word or a phrase.
Like Carter Beckett is love of my life. That's like a review.
That's all you need to know, yeah. Well. When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker.
Right. Yeah.
And I understand that this is some people's favorite romantasy book of the year. This is a book that if someone says they love, I'm like, okay, we don't have similar taste. Then.
Yeah. So, like, I would not want a recommendation from you, and I do not want to give you a recommendation.
Yeah, like, it's not, no hard feelings, of course, if you like any of these books, obviously. Except for Emily for not liking love, theoretically. There's hard feelings there, but we'll work through that later. Are you serious? No.
I just, like, could not. Maybe I was a little too harsh.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe I was a little bit too, like.
Maybe you need to reread it.
Maybe it was a right time kind of book. I'll reread it.
Oh, I cannot.
Okay, When the Moon Hatched, though, was a mess, in my opinion. And I read it before it was traditionally published, so maybe they went back and, like, cleaned some things up.
Oh, yeah, they usually do that.
It was far too long.
It is very
I have
big.
No idea what happened in that book. Like, nothing was clear at all. And I actually really liked the first 30%. I was into. Like, I was like, oh, I'm going to really like this series. I'm excited for the next books coming out. Mm-hmm. Oh, hell no. By the end of it, I don't understand anything that happened. Like, and I felt that way immediately after finishing it. I was like, I already don't remember what happened. I'm confused.
Okay.
So there was that. Mm-hmm. It was way too long. And then also, throughout most of the book, you get 2 POVs from the main female character and then the male character that are in a romance together. And then like 60 to 70% of the way through the book, she just starts throwing in other random POVs. That's just not how you do things in my book.
Right.
And it was confusing for obvious reasons, but also because the new POVs were not distinct in any way from the other characters. So I would have to go back to the beginning of the chapter to be like, wait, who's talking right now?
Right. Okay. No, I haven't read it. It's not on my list to read.
It was a damn mess.
I'm not going to read it.
Okay. I think that brings us to the end of our favorites and least favorites.
I think so too.
Glad we had that talk.
I have more favorites, but
we can't be here for 10 years.
We can't be here for 10 years, unfortunately.
Maybe we'll do a more in-depth episode one day where we can like go by genre or something. I don't know.
Maybe on the Patreon.
Maybe on the Patreon. We don't have one right now
yet, but we'll be working on it here soon.
Yeah, that could be like a 3-hour episode.
Oh, well, of course.
Yeah, like you
guys can just like watch it throughout the day.
Settle down, yeah. Or settle in for that one. Okay, so I think before we end off this episode, we're just going to do a few... Oh my the lights are flickering.
The lights
This
are
weather is
flickering.
crazy.
This weather is crazy, and like we have to drive home.
Oh,
I'm actually just
hopefully
gonna
it's
sleep here. I
fine.
work in the morning.
okay, I'll just sleep here. Well,
Yeah. So before we head out of here, we're gonna just list off like a couple of goals,
yeah.
like some reading goals for 2025.
Yep.
My number one reading goal for 2025 is to read for the enjoyment of reading. Okay?
Okay.
So I feel like you're like, that shouldn't be your number one goal
What?
because of my rating system. Like that should probably be top priority, but
No, I absolutely think you should you should read for the enjoyment of it.
so love my job so much. Like I truly like couldn't imagine doing anything else, but I'm surrounded by books all of the time. And like I just like have kind of
You
lost,
associate it with work.
I do.
I get that. I do too.
So I kind of
Yeah.
like have lost like the
childlike wonder of it all.
yeah, and so like the excitement
passion.
isn't there
Yeah.
all of the time to like pick up a book and read. So I'm trying one of my goals for 2025 is to like make it fun again.
Yeah.
And like not like put so much pressure on reading and like lower my reading goal for 2025
Yeah.
just a little bit, because I mean like this year has been like so much for me.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's totally fine if I like don't get to my reading goal, which is not okay, but it's gonna be okay if I don't reach it. But
You can just change it and then you'll reach it.
I just like don't think that I want to change it. Like
That's
I want to like
valid.
hold myself accountable, but then again like I'm just like
Reading goals also are so personal. Like it really is. Like you don't have to hold yourself accountable if you don't want to. Listeners, if you don't want to.
right.
If you want to.
This is just like for me, like
yeah. If Emily wants to, she can,
right.
and you can too, but you don't have to.
But
That's
you
my
don't have
point.
to.
Yeah, you can change
You'd,
your reading
like,
goal.
Change your reading goal. Like if it would just like bug me, I think.
I feel the same way. Yeah.
I have like how many books? 8?
Yeah. You can do that though, for sure.
I don't know.
I'm
I'm like currently reading Iron Flame, so
yeah, same. Well, mine is like the opposite of that.
what is it?
But
You're like read less.
no. It's to read 100 books in 2025.
That's right.
And the reason that I want to do this is not, well,
you're gonna set it at 100.
I'm gonna set it at 100.
Okay, I'm excited.
And I'm gonna do the damn thing this year.
I believe you can.
It's the reason why this is a goal for me is because I have wanted to read 100 books in a year so many times, and I've just never achieved it. And I just want to do it. And you know what? I don't need a reason.
You don't.
I don't need a reason. Other than I want to. I actually do have a reason though, which is that I review and talk about books for my job, and I just feel like I want to have more. I feel like I got to the point this year where I was like talking about a lot of the same books over and over again in my recommendation videos, and I just want to have like more diverse recommendations.
Yeah.
So
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah, and that kind of
I just am like trying to take the pressure off of me.
no,
with reading.
it makes total sense.
But
to
like
me.
I'm gonna set my goal. So this year my goal was 75.
I also have a lot of unread books in my physical TBR.
Yeah.
Like I've bought a lot of books that I haven't read. So
I really don't have like a big physical TBR. I think I
Yeah.
have maybe like 5 or 6 books. Yeah.
yeah, I have hundreds.
Not too many.
That's impressive.
I just like it's not like a lot of people think because like I work at a bookstore, like I'm always buying books.
No, it kind of makes you buy books less.
Definitely makes you
I've-
buy books less.
I've bought books less since working here.
Yeah. Except for if it's like a book I'm like so excited about, obviously I'm buying it and reading it.
Sure, yeah.
Otherwise, like I'll just look at it every single day.
Mm-hmm.
I do read a lot on my Kindle.
It's kind of like being around them this much is enough a little.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah.
I read a lot on my Kindle, but that's just preference.
Same. Yeah.
I do love a physical book, but
Same.
so I would think I might set my goal at like 50.
That's great. I like
And then
that.
we'll see, like maybe I'll read 100.
I feel like then you will.
But because
you'll be like back into it or
last year my
something.
goal was 60 and I ended up reading 108.
That's crazy. That's like almost double, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, my 100 books goal leads into my second goal.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
No.
Okay, my second goal is YouTube video every week.
Oh my gosh, you can do this.
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. Yeah. I love TikTok. I love short form content. I don't want to get into like a whole thing about this, but YouTube is like my passion. It's what I've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like I've always wanted to have my viewership mainly on there, and it's like, okay, hello, you have to post then.
Right.
That's like how that works.
No, you can definitely do it.
Yeah, and so the reason I'm saying why the 100 books like leans into that is because I'm sure a lot of my videos will be reading related, reading blogs.
Yeah, fun. Oh, I love a reading blog.
Oh, I love a reading blog.
I will be tuned in.
Oh, period.
I'm already subscribed. And
yeah, subscribe if you guys aren't subscribed.
Well, obviously, make sure you turn your post notifications on.
Turn them on. Turn them on.
Don't want to miss a video.
Write that down.
Write that down. But YouTube video every week, that's good.
It can be done.
Like,
oh my God, I act like it is so hard. It's not that hard. Like, come on, girl.
No, but it's like time consuming.
It is time consuming.
And then you have to edit.
But you know what? I can do it. 2025 is the year of like, I can do it.
Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it. Okay, what was one of my other goals? I just had it. Oh, my rating system.
Oh, God. We could do a whole episode about Emily's rating system.
So, I don't really have a rating system. So, we were at lunch the other day.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about podcast things.
Yeah.
And Arabella had brought up how she like rates books like a 3.75.
Oh, I'm getting into the quarter stars of it all.
Yeah, 3.25.
Well, of course.
And I was like, oh, I don't do that. And she was like, well, do you at least do like half ratings? No!
Oh, God, no.
Well, of course not. Of course, I give it a 5 or a 4. I cannot
fathom how you read 108 books in 1 year and you
they were not all good.
Half stars. There is nuance between, like, I just don't.
So I'm going to work on that.
I mean,
No.
It's not something that needs to be worked on. I was just gagged by this revelation.
Well, when you're like, okay, I read a lot. Or like I like have read a lot.
I can't imagine how you wouldn't want to differentiate.
The only thing is like I'm more focused on like how good the book was or how bad the book was than like giving it a half-star rating. Like if I like
I feel like I'm more able to accurately describe.
No, I mean if I had a good time, you're getting 5 stars. And if I had a bad time, you're getting 1 or 2. I'm not afraid. I am not afraid to give a 1 star.
Me neither. I've given one book a 1 star, and I'm not going to reveal that today.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. You have to tell me.
I'm not going to reveal that today. That'll come out at some point. But to me, there's a massive difference between a 3 and a 4 star, and a lot of books are 3.5 for me. Very frequently.
Well, the next episode, I will have made my rating system, so
and we can discuss the revisions.
We'll break that down.
Yeah, we'll break it down.
We'll break that down, so we can get into that. But as of right now, those are just my like main 2 reading goals.
Okay, I have one more, and then we'll get out of here.
Okay.
My last one is to finish series shortly after starting them.
Okay, that's a good one.
Where I read the first book in a series. And even if I loved it, I'll be like, okay, but I just want something different. And then I'll get right back to it. I'm just going to read one other book in between. And then I'll go right back to the sequel. No, never happens. God, it never happens. And then I'm a year and a half out somehow from reading the first book. And I'm like, well, I don't even know what happened.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to reread that or look up a synopsis. And now I'm like, I don't even care anymore. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
And I love series. So I don't know why I do this to myself.
Yeah.
Like when I was younger and in high school, middle school, I loved series. Some of my favorite books were like the last book in a series. And I feel like I'm robbing myself of that joy. And I want to feel it again.
Yeah, that's actually like the complete opposite of what I do.
Yeah.
Like I read book 1 and then I'm reading book 2 and I'm reading book 3.
It truly is an attention span thing. Because I'm like, okay, I read that book and I'm about to get back to it, but like I want something different for now because like I need to be stimulated by something new.
I read the Addicted series. I read them all back to back.
I want to be able to do that, and it's like it's almost like I'm a little bit embarrassed about it because it's my attention span is so short.
Well, I mean, it's like understandable, but Well, actually, like I read the.
You're like, actually, it's not understandable.
No, it is. Like I read the first Addicted book, and then it took me like a month and a half to read.
I did. I think
one,
read
and then after
Addicted
that,
and
I read
Ricochet
all of them
back to back, and then I called it quits.
They're so
not on purpose. I want to read the rest of it.
Oh, they came out with like a Christmas novella.
Oh yeah.
Called like An Addicted Christmas.
See, wish I could read that, but
I need to
probably shouldn't.
Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna read it because like their kids are grown.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't really love that. Just like with that the Graham Effect.
Oh,
sorry.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
How like she's older than me, but then I was reading about her parents being my age, and now like their daughter's older than me.
Yeah, that's weird.
Not loving that.
That is like a weird adjustment.
Yeah, and like the parents are like old, and like they're supposed to still be hot. Well, Garrett Graham can never be ugly.
Yeah.
He just gets hotter with time.
Yeah, that's valid.
But like it's weird. It's weird.
That is weird.
It's like a weird thing to like adjust to. So like I don't think like I've never read the Addicted, like the Like Us series, like their kids.
Oh yeah, like the Graham
I just
Effect.
could never. I've only read the Graham Effect. I never read book 2.
I don't really like the covers for that series. Not that anyone asked.
For the Graham Effect?
Yeah. So I'll be steering clear of that.
No, the Graham Effect was really good.
Oh, okay.
I loved it.
Okay, maybe I won't be steering clear.
I'm just not gonna read it.
Maybe I'll be steering toward the Graham Effect.
Just read that one.
Okay.
I tried to read the second one.
The Dixon Rule. Nah.
Not for me.
Or what's the next? The next one's like something theory or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I don't know.
But that is all good.
Okay.
Well, we did
First
it.
up in the books. That's gonna be it for us today.
Yeah, I feel like we
said a lot.
We said a lot. And I had a good time.
I had a good time too. Can't wait for a whole year of the Write That Down pod. If you guys made it to the end of our first episode,
thank you so much from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you so much. We love you. Oh yeah.
Oh, well, of course.
Oh, we're doing a hand heart if you're not watching.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Sorry to the audio only listeners. We just did a heart.
Mm-hmm. And
but seriously, make sure you follow us on Instagram.
Of course.
Write that down the pod. If you want to follow our
subscribe
personal
to the
accounts.
Oh yeah.
They're in the bio of the Instagram.
But yeah, if you guys have any episode ideas,
yeah, let us know what you want to hear from us.
Yeah, DM us on Instagram, on the podcast Instagram. And that's going to be it for me.
That's also going to be it for me.
Okay.
You know, like I'm done when you're done.
Okay, you didn't want to like keep talking?
Not really. I really don't have much to say.
Okay.
I had a good time sitting here and chatting with you.
Yeah.
Can't wait to do it again.
Yeah.
Looking forward
second
to
date.
it.
Looking forward to our second
See you
date.
there.
Yeah. All right.
We'll be in the same space.
Yeah, we will.
Oh, and come see us at Blush.
Come see us at Blush if
Come
you're
see us
local
at
to the
Blush.
area. And definitely, please let us know if you listen to this episode.
Please let us know.
Please let us know if you're a listener.
Know if you listen. Yeah.
They get a listener discount.
Oh,
that could be tea.
That could happen potentially.
Okay, well, it's not official yet.
Don't ask for it right now.
But we'll work on that for you guys.
We will work on that.
Yeah. Okay.
But thanks so much for listening.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
And Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.